Hi everybody, can you see me? It's a little bit bright here. See if I can go a little bit this way. All right, I think it's light enough. So welcome to today's practice. I'm excited to have you here. So if you have some props to use at home, like a bolster, you can grab it. I taught last week how to use a homemade bolster. So today we're going to be doing a lot of stretching, lengthening the muscles. One of the things that happens when you're home a lot, you may be sitting more than normal. So our muscles start to get tight and start to get, all tight, and it's, posture needs to open up and you need to lengthen those muscles. So that's what I have prepared for you today. If you have a few towels that you want to, or blankets, you just want to leave next to you, you can do that. So you're gonna get started, but you can sitting on the middle of your mat. You roll your shoulders back, close your eyes, inhaling through your nostrils, and then as you exhale, relax. Exhaling out through the mouth. Let's do that again. Deep inhalation, all the way down to your belly, and then exhale it out. One more time, just like that. Deep inhalation, and exhale. Relax. Allow your shoulders to drop down. And keep the awareness on the breath. Allow the breath to find its own natural pace. And start to notice how you're feeling this moment. Noticing your body, any areas of tension or tightness. Maybe you've been sitting on the couch a lot lately, or on your bed, or on the computer. Pay attention to our posture, and then the body starts to give us little signals that it's not being held the way it should. Sometimes it's a lower back pain, or shoulder pain, elbow. Just noticing whatever's going on in your body without trying to push it away or wish you were different. And I have a full body stretch today, so just spending this next few moments here to connect to the breath and noticing the sensations in your body. And just by taking these conscious breaths, you just can notice how even the tightness starts to release by just breathing. You haven't even started stretching yet, but the body knows you're going to be taking care of it for this next little while. And slowly open your eyes if you wish. You can keep your eyes closed throughout this practice if you like. Just slowly start with a neck stretch. And this is one of my favorite ways of starting your practice. We hold a lot of tension on our neck. So today we're lengthening all the muscles, stretching, soothing. And slowly to the other side. Noticing the difference between one side and then the other. And just breathe in whatever you find. And slowly you're going to switch again. This time, see if you can bring the fingertips to the floor next to you, keeping your shoulders down and relaxed. And slowly switch. Nice and easy here, bringing the fingertips to the side. And just breathing. And you don't have to keep your hand in one spot. I always say this should be fluid. You can always move. And release. We're going to do some half circles, so just move your head right in front of your body on one side and then to the other side. Nice and easy. And stop in the middle and release. Bring your hands to your shoulders. You're going to start to do some circles. So we're going to bring the elbows in close together and then bring the elbows up and together and all the way down. So you're making some big circles here. With your fingertips on your shoulders. And that's okay if you can't bring your elbows close together. You just bring whatever distance is comfortable for your body. Let's do this one more time. And opposite direction. Good. You feel so good. Just opening up that chest. Releasing the pressure on your shoulders. And as we're doing this, you might find that you can even feel, or you can hear a little sound of some tightness. And when I say whatever cracks and sounds that we find, if there's no pain most of the time, there's nothing to worry about. But if it's bothering you, it's painful, then you need to pay attention to that. Now we're going to inhale. As you inhale, draw your shoulders all the way up into your ears. Exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale. Let go. And one more time, just like that. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Inhale, bring both arms up. And as you exhale, bring your elbows a little further back so that your shoulder blades are going to contract here. And open your chest. And let's do that again. Breathe in, reach up towards the sky. Breathe out, open up the chest. And I love this is also a heart opener, a chest opener, heart opener. Breathe in and breathe out. So you're more than just stretching your chest muscles and your shoulder muscles here. You're actually opening up your heart center. And release. I'm going to take another deep breath in, and as you breathe in, reach out for the sky. This time as you exhale, like you to place your right hand down. I'm going to reach with your left side, starting to lengthen the left side of your body. Now, we don't have to kind of come all the way down here. We're going to try to point the fingertips up to the corner of the room. Find the nicest space inside of your body. And the first thing that happens sometimes is that shoulders go up. So keep the shoulder down. Very nice. And always feel free to adjust your body. Now, we don't have to make a decision, right? Make a commitment to be on this pose, but you can always move a little and see where it is it finds that position where your body is like, this is it right here. Our bodies are different, so you need to move a little bit different. And release. Let's do that again. Breathe in. And this time as you breathe out, left fingertips down, reach with the right hand, fingertips towards the corner of the room. Feel that stretch on the side of your body. You don't have to collapse into that hand. Just nice and long. And that's what we're working on today. Everything's so tight and contracted, so we are going to create some space here today. And that's okay. Today, maybe you're up here, maybe next time you're a little more here. And it doesn't really matter. It's just about taking those baby steps and making small little improvements. And release. We're going to do some simple cat and cow seated. So place your hands on your knees. You're going to inhale, you're going to bring that chest forward. And as you breathe out, you're going to start to bring the belly button into the spine, separate your shoulder blades, chin to the chest. Same thing if you're doing on all fours. Breathing, chest forward. And breathe out. Drawing the navel into the spine, separating the shoulder blades. And I really like to go deep here. And it feels so good on my back. And breathe in. I usually have really tight back muscles, I don't know about you. And breathe out. But when I feel this nice stretch, I have the opportunity to separate my shoulder blades. I absolutely love it. The feeling in my body. So we're all different. See how it feels for you. And we're going to do that one more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Coming back to an upright posture. Going to a few spinal twists here, just a gentle one to get started. So breathe in, bring both arms up. Now as you breathe out, twist to the right. So you're going to bring your left hand on the outside part of your thigh in your right hand, either behind your lower back, or you can place your fingertips on the floor with cupcake hands. I call this cupcake hands like this, not flat down. So whenever we are flat down, we sink into it. We want to be nice and tall. So just fingertips. As you look over your right shoulder, as far back as you can. Just looking even with the corner of your eyes. And maybe you spot something pretty in your house. Maybe a picture frame or something that is meaningful to you. Or maybe you're sitting by the window. You can see the tree outside. Something to soften your heart. And then slowly release back to the center. Deep breath in. And breathe out. Place your right hand on the outside part of your thigh. Lengthen your spine, fingertips on the floor. Seated nice and tall. And this time we're spinning at home. We have more time to give gratitude towards what we have built in our lives. We're usually in and out, so busy, and spending more time at home now. We can spend more time appreciating the things that we have. And slowly release back to the center. Extend both knees in front of you. I'm just for you. So that on the side here, roll your shoulders back. And let's go shake our legs a little bit here. And rotate. Releasing all the pressure on the ankle. And if you have been active this week, as I hope you have, ankles might be a little tight. So let's rotate in the opposite direction. Alright, so point your toes and point. Very good. So we are a little bit different as far as the flexibility and hamstring. As I mentioned, we're going to be lengthening all the muscles. So we're going to start here with the hamstring for lower body. So if you do have really tight hamstring, I'd like you to grab a towel or a blanket or whatever you have right now, and you're going to place that underneath your knees. So why am I doing that? Because a lot of times people hyperextend their knees when they go forward, when they go forward. And it's not that we are blocking the knees, right? We do want to keep it a little marked for them to prevent you from irritating and damaging all the ligaments that you have behind your knees. All right, so this prevents you from doing that. It's optional. You don't have to have it if you're mindful about your body. All right. So if you can't go all the way down, you're going to need to add some props here, like a bolster, extra towels, and blankets. You don't necessarily need to do that. We can try both ways and see which one feels better for you. So let's go ahead and lengthen. Inhale, coming down, bringing from your hip, bringing that chest down. So for the time that you get here and then you start collapsing into that, it's time to really stop. Right? So some people can bring the belly all the way down, that's fine. So here for me, this is good enough. So I'm going to use the bolster. And again, it can be pillows, it can be towels and blankets. And once we have the bolster there, the pillow, I'm going to rest up on it. If this doesn't feel comfortable, it feels like it's too much on your neck, add some extra towels and add some extra pillows. And just enjoy being here and relaxing and breathing. And if you're very flexible, if you want to reach for the ball of your foot, you can do that. You're going to notice how this adds a lot to your hamstring. If it adds too much to the back of your knee, then you want to make sure that you don't hold it. You can just hold it on your shin. You can just relax your arms. Okay? So whatever feels right for you in this moment. And just breathe and enjoy. Enjoy feeling how that muscle is lengthening for you. Just this time, spending this time to take care of yourself, of your body. And slowly release, engage your core, lifting both arms up. And exhale out to the sides and move the bolster. All right, so this next pose, we're gonna start working more on our quads. And if you feel like your mat is too thin, there's not enough cushion for your knee, I'd like for you to put a blanket or a few towels. The blankets are usually a little softer than a towel. I'm going to place a couple on my knee. This is a bit of an intense pose. We're gonna find our level here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring the knees nice and wide here on the mat. And then our toes, they are released and touching on the back. All right, we're going to slowly bring our fingertips behind our bodies. So now we're going to lift the hip up, bring the belly button into the spine. My bottom is not touching my heel yet, so I'm off and I'm bringing the hip forward and then slowly coming down. So as I come down here, then I start to feel more on my quads. If you do not turn your hip forward, you're going to start feeling in your lower back. So once you come down here and you start feeling too much on your lower back, then come back up, lift your hip up, bring the belly button in, do the pelvic tilt, and then come down again. So might be all that you want to do. It is an intense quad stretch, and you can stay right here. If you want to come down into your forearms, you're welcome to do so. And if you want to lay all the way down, you can lay all the way down. I'm going to move myself a little bit forward here. Now, can you use your bolster? Yes, of course. You can definitely use your bolster if you like. So making sure that hip needs to be up. If it's not, you're going to feel on your lower back, and we do not want to do that. All right. And then if you like, you can come all the way down, making sure you do have that pelvic tilt. All right. If you don't have the pelvic tilt, instead of feeling on your quadriceps, you're going to start feeling on your lower back. And that's not what we want to feel. We want to really feel on your quads. And just breathe and feel that stretching, the lengthening of those large muscles that we work with, all those squats, all those lunges. Do not release the pelvic tilt. Keep the pelvic tilt. Keep pressing the hip forward as you hold the pose. And breathe. If this is too much for you, come back up. Don't stay all the way down. You can also do one leg at a time. So if you just want to have one leg, that's less intense. You can also lay down on your side and just do a simple quad stretch. And once you hold it for a while, you start to notice how it's starting to release. And then you start fighting it. And it's a pleasant sensation, but do not disengage your hip. Keep the hip engaged. Continue to breathe, nice and easy. And slowly release. So bring your forearms down. Go all the way down. Then if you have your forearms down, come on up slowly. I'm going to sit back on child's pose here. Bring the forehead towards the mat. All right, very good. So we're going to keep one towel a little bit more open than what I had. To a full towel open. And then I have all these towels that I get usually when they're like on Black Friday for $1. So I have a lot of that all look the same. And they are great to be used as props. So next Black Friday, believe it or not, there'll be a time we'll be all out shopping again. You can grab some towels like that. It's still like $1, so you can have a bunch for your every practice. All right, so we're going to place a hand not on the towel right now. Just place your hand on the mat. You lift the tailbone up for downward dog. You're just finding a nice little comfortable spot for you here. Lengthen your whole body, so that's what the down dog is awesome for. So you can feel my calves a little bit tight, so you can start walking the dog, just pedaling, pressing one heel down at a time. So while you're in the down dog, I would like for you not to lift the head up. Just bring the head down as you feel looking at your own belly button. Nice and easy here. Now let's go up on the ball of our feet. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, press both heels down. Lengthen the whole back of the leg. Breathe in up on your tiptoes. And breathe out, pressing the heel down. Lengthening all the way your arms, your spine, your leg. And now as you inhale, lift your right leg up. Now as you exhale, step forward on the outside part of your mat. Bring your left knee down and release that back toe. I'm going to stay here. So we have left hand, right foot. So we have everything in one straight line here. There's no need to have your back knee off the mat. You're relaxing here, you're stretching. But you're not really going to bring that type of intensity here. We do not want to work the muscles. We want to really release them and lengthen them and stretch them. If you'd like to come on down on your forearms, you can also have, if you have a bolster, you can use it, or you can just come all the way down. Now, one of the things that we can do here is to allow that right foot to actually come out on the blade of your foot, on the outside part of your foot, the outer edge, and start to press that leg out so you can feel that deeper stretch on your hip. And breathe. Alright, so let's come up here. Take your toes on the back, lift your hip up, swing the right leg back. Let's go back into the down dog. Try to create a little bit more room, feeling that our calf muscles are not so tight. Pressing one heel down at a time. Now let's do both. Inhale, up on your tiptoes. Exhale, press both heels down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. One more time. Now on the next inhalation, lift the left leg up. And then as you exhale, step on the outside part of the mat. Release toes on the right foot. And now we have left foot, left hand, right hand. We have it all in one straight line. If your left foot didn't make it that far forward, you can just use it, your hands, to bring it up forward. And now if you like to, start to bring the forearms down and turn your left foot towards the outer edge and then press that thigh down, back and down with your hand. Nice. And slowly bring the head down. Take your toes in the back. Lift your knee up. Swing the left leg back. Go back in the downward dog. And it just feels so much better. I really can feel like how my heels so much more feel more release, my Achilles, my calf, the hamstrings. And breathe and lengthen. Now the next inhalation, lift the right leg up again. This time we're going to go into pigeon pose. So lift your right leg up, inhale. Now as you exhale, bring your shin, it can be parallel to the front of your mat depending on how flexible you are or not. So just finding that what is comfortable to you, what is right for your body. Some people have their shin exactly parallel to the front, and maybe we'll get there at some point, but just trying to find a comfortable position for you today. So today my leg is really on a diagonal here. Now the things that we don't want to do is just fall into the head. We want to keep the hip. And I'm going to be using my bolster, but if you have an extra little pillow or a little something, you can tuck in and just make sure you find a little comfortable prop to help you align your hips here. So whenever we're doing these poses, restorative knee poses, whenever you find a little, I would say a little gap somewhere, you want to tuck something in to cover that gap so that you can really relax and release the fascia and release the connective tissue. Because it takes time for that to happen. And because it does, sometimes we started to lose that alignment. And having a body awareness is so important because sometimes we think that we look one way and we look a completely different way. So it happens with me a lot. And I think it happens with a lot of people because I am so used to training, right? And then I'm always watching you when you do it. And I can see exactly when sometimes things are not aligned the way they should be. But the same thing happens with me. I mean, I have my body awareness, and sometimes I'm a little off. So I love using the mirrors. And right here, I can watch myself on the screen, and I can see sometimes like, oh, look this way. But even watching these video backs, I would correct myself with certain things. Like, oh, do this way. And I think it happens to everyone. Nobody's perfect, right? Yes. And making these video lives definitely bring a lot of awareness to where we need to improve ourselves as a teacher. So don't feel like you have to do everything right when if you ever record yourself or if you're watching yourself in the mirror. Like, well, I imagine myself one way, but then I'm another way. I think the important thing is just to continue doing it, and a little bit at a time, you're always improving. And there's really no finish line, so it's just about being in the moment. That's what we teach, right? And in that moment, what is your body asking you? Even if you did a full pigeon, maybe next day your body's tight, so it doesn't feel like doing that, so don't push it and force it. Right arms come up. You can move that bolster, pop, and tuck in that foot in the back. Release that leg back. And now let's do the same on the opposite side. Let's just lengthen here for a second. And breathe. And now inhale with that left leg up. And then exhale. Bring in that the left shin as parallel as is comfortable to you, to the front of your mat, or maybe not. And again, let's fill that gap on that left hip. Try not to collapse towards either side. Try to keep as straight as you can. So your foot is, top of your foot's down, it's not sideways in any way. Adjust. Whenever you're ready, you can come down to more relaxing position. And if this is too much, you don't want to stay all the way down. You don't have to, you can stay up. You can also lay down on your back if this is just too intense for you today. And there's another modification. You can slide the both right away underneath the hip. But today, that one is like the easiest way of doing it. But today, since we are going a little bit deeper, I'm not using that cup underneath my hip, just a little something to cover the gap, to fill the gap. There you go. And breathe. Close your eyes if you'd like. Just relaxing into the pose. And already creating so much room in your body. All the lower body stretches that you have been doing. I want to post in a comment if you did the recording of this practice. Let me know if you're watching that you are continue to work not just with fitness and our fitness classes, but also with this. Even if you're not doing here, you're doing somewhere else, you're doing at the Blue Lotus Club page. I want to know. Write me a message and tell me. I want to hear. I want to hear that you stay consistent because you do not want to lose and get out of a routine because you know how hard you work to get where you are. So see this is an opportunity to do even better. And that's what I'm doing. Myself, I made a commitment to better myself and be there for everyone, but also to take care of myself. And I am really awesomely well, and stay focused. And this is my treat, teaching this class for you here. And that's release. Yes, our Saturday VIP class is always my treat. All right, take your toes, lift your hip up, and swing your leg back. Very good. All right, so let's sit here on our mat a little bit and just shake our legs a little bit. Here we go. Shake it. And release. We're going to be laying down our backs next. You can leave it closer to the side. You don't necessarily need your towels anymore. If you just want to leave them there, you can. But you don't need to leave them. Just lay down. I have this little bun here. Alright, so just lay down here. Take a deep breath. And breathe out. One more time, deep breath in. And out. Nice, slow. You're going to bend your left knee. You're going to bring that right leg up. And you're going to cross that leg over, like in the figure of 4. Right here. So we're going to slowly allow that leg to drop so that your right foot, the foot that's crossed over, is going to touch the floor. And then very nice and easy, you're just going to bring the arms out to the side. So you should have the right hip going up here. I hope your legs feel nice. You're starting to feel nice and loose, legs and hips. I'm going to start doing a little bit more far back now. starting to loosen things up. And if you have been doing your workouts at home, be careful with the shoes, right? Making sure a lot of times you just do barefoot or don't jump barefoot. So you might be feeling your legs more than normal, different type of flooring that you used to. Now the student have that rubber, which really helps you with your knees, but doing it at home sometimes you don't have that. You have tiles, so you have to be really careful with that. I'm slowly coming back out and cross your legs, cross the left leg up over. Right, so you have your foot right on top of your knee, arms are up, and slowly drop that leg down. There you go. And you can have your head in neutral position like this. I have my head a little sideways because I have a little bun in my hair will not do that. But keeping your head in a neutral position and breathe. And then going slowly back to the center. Go ahead and uncross your legs. Bring your knees to your chest. And I'm going to rock side to side. And now you're going to grab your pillow or you're going to grab your bolster. Very nice. You can also use a block if you have a block at home. If you do have a book that you have been using, you can use that, but just be careful with the size of your book. I'm going to lift the hip all the way up. I'm going to slide whatever you got underneath your sacrum. All right. So a lot of times people put this on the wrong spot. So just try to adjust this if you feel like your bottom is a little bit over it, depending on what kind of bolster you have. But you're going to keep our knees bent on this one. There's no need to extend your knees. Right here. And breathe. And notice again how your body's feeling in this moment. This is such a relaxing. I love this. I love this pose. It's just feels so good on my lower back. Start to notice how your body feels in this moment. Just breathing and relaxing. I'm going to slowly lift the head up. Going to remove the bolster. I'm going to bring slowly the head down. And bring the knees to the chest again and rock from side to side. Alright, for the next pose, we're going to do the fish pose, so that's going to be with the prop. If you have one, if you don't have one, you can do it without the prop, and I'll show you. Alright, so if you have the prop, just hold on just a second. If you do not have the prop, alright, you're going to come down and you're going to bring the top of your head down this way. You need to keep your forearms down for extra support. Alright, so if you do have the bolster, just going to bring your arms over it, like if you are on a T position. And I know that everybody that comes to my class on Saturday have the bolster, so use the bolster. If you do not have a bolster and you are watching this class, you can always roll a pillow. I showed this on my other video on how to make props at home. You just wrap your pillow on a towel and make it into a round bolster. Make sure you adjust this. Don't make sure it's not too low. Make sure that it's right underneath real close to your armpit. And if anyone is interested in getting some props, send me a message because I have a way of getting props to you. And breathe. And allow your body to be supported by the bolster or by the pillow. Very nice. Now last thing is to slowly bend your knees and roll to your side. Pressing for your hands, come up to a seated position. You can go ahead and remove that bolster. All right, very good. Just trying to see what time we got here. All right, so it's time for our relaxation. So you can always close the blinds in your house if you like. Make your room nice and dark. Make you relax. You can bring your bolster or your pillow for underneath your knees. Or you can lay flat on your mat. And let's take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, relax. Just allow the floor, the mat, the bolster to support your weight. Try not to hold anything back. And every breath that you take, you allow your body to feel even more relaxed. And we can use the breath to soothe our minds. And sometimes we have racing thoughts or anxiety. And you feel like things within ourselves are a little bit out of control. But there's one thing you can always control, and that's the breath. So by changing the way you breathe, you're going to automatically change the way your mind functions and calming the thoughts and reducing anxiety, reducing stress. A very simple technique is to inhale for a count of 3 or 4 and then exhale for the count of 5, 6, 7. So you're making sure that the exhalation is longer than the inhalation. And you do that for a few minutes and you're going to notice how the body changes. I'd like to practice this together. I'd like you to bring one hand to your belly, one to your chest, so that you can notice how deep your breath is actually going. When you're anxious or stressed, the breath stays on the upper chambers of the lungs. We want it to go to the lower chambers of the lungs, and that's when you feel your belly expand on the inhalation. So let's inhale without counting for now. As you inhale, notice how your belly goes up. And then as you exhale, notice how your belly goes down. So that's a belly breath. If you're breathing in and you're feeling like just your chest is raising up, so then that's a little bit too shallow. You keep these in the upper chamber of the lungs. So you do want to breathe lower. So see, as you breathe in, allow your belly to expand and breathe out. So these are deep breaths. These are very soothing and calming our system. Now let's introduce the counting. As I count, you're going to inhale, allowing the hand on the belly to raise up. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe a 5. And breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now continue to do this at your own pace. Nice and slow, and whenever you're trying to grasp for air, try to push it or force it, and it happens to stay too high. So just do this slow. It just becomes natural to you as you continue to do it. So breathing in and breathing out. Making sure that those exhalations are longer than the inhalation. That's key right there. That's the important part. It doesn't necessarily matter how many counts you're doing it, but it matters that that exhalation is as long as possible, but longer than the inhalation. And as you continue to do this, you'll be able to count more, maybe count 5, maybe 6 on the inhalation and 7, 8 on the exhalation. Keeping the awareness on the breath also connects us to the present moment. And that's where peace and joy and serenity resides. Just allow the breath to find its own natural pace. Just noticing how now you're naturally doing belly breaths. Sometimes you just gotta kickstart that type of breathing. And your body's like, oh, got it. And then it just does it on its own. Just enjoying this piece of calm and ease that you have brought into your body by doing this practice today. Now you can slowly bring some movement into your body. Bring your arms above your head. Stretch your body nice and long. You can remove the bolster from underneath your knee. Make sure you do roll to the side. And stay here for a couple of breaths. And just noticing how your body is so relaxed. And your mind is serene. And let's press to the palm of your hand and come up to seated position. I'm going to finish our class with 3 deep breaths. Let's inhale, bring both arms up. And then as you exhale, palms of your hands together. Bring your thumbs into your heart. And again, breathe in. And breathe out. And one more time, deep breath in. And breathe out. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Hope you feel calm, peaceful, and serene. And I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful